In this video, I just wanted to show you how easy it is to associate any one of your tests or quizzes with Respondus LockDown browser. If I click on my quizzes and tests folder, I can see here that I have 5 different evaluations, and the only one currently requiring LockDown browser is the famous people test. None of the others do. But as soon as you associate any one of those with RLB, you're going to get a similar uh, title as you see here with famous people. It's going to automatically put requires Respondus LockDown browser with that. And the way that you do associate RLB with any of your evaluations is to go down to the control panel, click on Respondus LockDown browser, and here let's say we're going to force our students to take the country music test with the RLB. So you click on settings and just click that little button right there beside requires Respondus LockDown browser for this test. You can also put in a special password there that you would give to your students so that even if they tried to get into your test through Respondus LockDown browser, it wouldn't open for them until they had the password. But some folks like to do that, some don't. What you can do optionally is just when you set up your test, set it up so that it only turns on at a certain time of the day on a certain date, and then the students will know that that's when they go in to find their test and they go through RLB to get to it. You can also put an exit password, so students have to use that password to get out of the test if you want. So I'm going to click on submit for that now, and if I go back to my assessments link on the course menu, now I can see that country music also requires Respondus LockDown browser. Okay, so there'd be no way that a student could get into that until they first accessed their Respondus LockDown browser. Now, in order to use Respondus LockDown browser, you can't have any other type of communicating programs open on your computer like Outlook Express or Skype or MSN Messenger or anything like that. I'm just going to quickly show you what it looks like when you go in, and it's telling me that my smartboard service is running. So would it like me to automatically shut that down? I clicked yes on that. So now I'm going to click on the community college, and I go to my course just like I was normally logging into. Let's log in here as a student. Student number 2 will log in. Student number 2 would have to navigate back to the course just like normal. They would look for their assessment on the assessment link in the quizzes and test folder, and there's the country music folder right there. Now they can get into it because they're in the Respondus LockDown browser. They would not be able to even get this far. It asks them if the instructor provided a password. No, they did not, so I'm just going to say no and continue. You notice how RLB puts in its own secret password right there. So the student wouldn't even get this far if they weren't in the LockDown browser. And now we're into question number 1. Which of these albums is by Carrie Underwood? And I think that's Some Hearts, if I'm not mistaken, etc., etc., etc. You'd go through the whole case. The student would not even be able to get out of the test at this point until they finished all the questions. So I'm just going to randomly check off some answers here. I don't know whether I'm doing that correctly or not. There's only 5 questions, so it'll only take a few seconds. And now that's the last question. You'll notice up here that I can't copy anything. I'm not allowed to copy. When I right mouse click on that, the options menus don't even come up for me. I can't even use any keyboard functions to copy that. I can't get out of this to search the internet. I'm locked into this test. I can't print it. I can't copy it. I can't take images of it or anything. Save and submit. And at that point now the student is done, so it'll show them their results right there. How'd I do? I got I got a few wrong by the looks of it, and a couple right by chance. So that's it. That's how you use Respondus LockDown browser, and it's not difficult to use. Thank you.